the Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Bhushan Ramakrishna Gawaiji, on the topic of India and the living Indian Constitution at 75 years. Now I request the Honorable the Chief Justice of India to address the occasion.
Honorable Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, the Honorable Chief Minister of State of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Sri Justice Dheeraj Singh Thakur, the Chief Justice of the Andhra Pradesh High Court, and all the Honorable Judges of the Andhra High Court present here, Sri Amalpati Srinivasan Garu, the Learned Advocate General for State of Andhra Pradesh, the Learned Additional Solicitor General for Union of India, Shri K. Chidambaram, the President of the Andhra Pradesh High Court Bar Association, all the other office bearers of the association, the senior government officials, the collector, the SP, the learned district judge of the district, and all the members from the district judiciary, the senior advocates, members of the bar, and friends. It's a matter of great pleasure for me to be here to speak with you on the successful journey of the Indian Constitution for the last 75 years. It's a matter of great coincidence that after I took oath as the 52nd Chief Justice of India, the first function that I attended was at my native place, Amravati, and it was graced by my esteemed senior colleague and one of the greatest sons of the Andhra Pradesh, Chief Justice Ramna, who, without being invited, was kind enough to come all the way to Amravati to bless me. And now, before I end my journey as the Chief Justice of India, in a couple of days, the last function that I am attending is again at Amravati. So, the journey which begins at Amravati will be ending at Amravati. Both the Amravatis have a great historical significance. Our Amravati in Maharashtra is known as Indrapuri, the land of Indra, and similarly I think the Indrapuri here is also, Amravati here is also known as the land of Indra. I'm really grateful to the Honorable Chief Minister, the Honorable Chief Justice of the High Court, and the members of the association, the President of the association, for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to speak with you on the 75-year journey of the Indian Constitution. The subject that I have been given to speak is India and the living Constitution at 75 years. As all of us know that, as the Honorable Chief Justice referred to, after the Constituent Assembly was constituted, the objectives resolution was placed before the Constituent Assembly on 9th of December 1946. It was presented by the then Prime Minister of the interim government, Honorable Shri Jawaharlal Nehru. Dr. Ambedkar, who was merely a member of the Constituent Assembly, was called upon to address by the President of the Constituent Assembly, Shri Rajendra Babu, within 4 days, that is on 13th of December 1946. Dr. Ambedkar said that he was not ready to speak because, going by seniority, his turn would have come much later. But since he was called upon, he said he will share his views. And Dr. Ambedkar said that no doubt that the objectives resolution as presented by the Jawaharlal Nehru is pragmatic, but he said it is lacking of two basic things. Dr. Ambedkar said that the objective resolutions provides for the rights, but it doesn't provide for remedy. And he said that rights without remedy are meaningless. And therefore we find that the very foundation of Article 32 in the Constitution of India, which enables every citizen to knock the doors of the Supreme Court of breach of fundamental rights, finds its place in the first address made by Dr. Ambedkar